Well, hello there. I just wanted to say, if you are totally happy with where you're at in your life, look at the questions you've been asking and statements you've been making, and then share that with the rest of the world. You can make a video, a blog post, because there's a lot of people that want to know. So if you're not happy with where you're at in your life right now, same thing. Look at the questions you've been asking, and perhaps even more so the statements you've been making. And maybe you're making too many statements and not asking enough questions. And maybe the questions you are asking, you're not asking the right questions. So the person who ever said, there are no dumb questions, is being pretty dumb when they said that. For example, I'll give you an example that has to do with health and fitness and another one that has to do with money. And maybe I'll do more. We'll see. Play it by ear. So draw parallels to whatever it is that's plaguing you. Like if a person's overweight, they could say, why am I so fat? And then the answer could be, because I'm a fat pig. And that's not very helpful. That's not a good question that's going to help that person at all. Instead, maybe a more intelligent question would be, what can I do to lose some weight? What do I need to learn? What do I need to change about my lifestyle, my eating? What books do I need to read? What teachers? Start asking questions that are rooted in opening up the brain to a rich and creative process that is on the search for answers. Those kinds of questions are helpful, and you can apply that to any situation. So let's look at one about money and I guess time, because they kind of go together, money and time, right? For a lot of people it does. So a really bad question could be, why don't I have any money and no freaking free time to enjoy myself? And the answer could be because you're a flippin' moron and you're dumb with money. Again, not very helpful, like with the first example. So maybe the better question could be like, oh, here's another one. Why can't I afford XYZ because I really want to do XYZ? Because you're done with money and you can't afford it. Or when people make statements, I can't afford it. So instead of that, how can I afford it? Instead of I can't afford it, ask, how can I afford it? What do I need to do? What do I need to learn about money so that I can start to afford more of the things that I'd really like to have? And also instead of the question, why am I so broke all the time? Why is there so much money at the end of the month? You can answer with, because I'm dumb and I don't know what I'm doing with money. So like I said, that doesn't help, but you could ask, well, what has to change with my personal belief about money? Maybe you have a negative attachment towards it. So maybe the answer could be, oh, well, maybe I need to annihilate my negative energy towards money and create a positive one so that I give myself permission to go out there and make more money and figure that out. Or what do I need to learn about opportunity? Maybe I've been saying no to opportunity when I should be saying yes. What teachers do I need? What online courses, offline seminars? What books do I need to read? What more of Tom Birkenmeyer's stuff do I need to pay attention to? TomBirkenmeyer.com, by the way. Those are questions, again, like the first example. Those are questions that are going to unlock the human potential by opening up the brain to a rich and creative process that's now looking for answers instead of finding excuses. So that's a big deal. If your brain is in the business of looking for excuses, it shuts down and becomes lazy. It's lazy because you know It's lazy because you no longer have to think and look for answers, so you can be lazy. But if you're asking really great questions that forces your brain to be rich and creative, then you're going to be searching for answers. So now you have to think, and you have to think about what's important and start searching for answers. And then eventually you come across some solutions. You'll find stuff that doesn't work, but that's part of the journey. And when you find stuff that works, you scale up on that. And when you find something that doesn't work, just get rid of it and you keep going. And there's no quitting. So look at the questions you're asking and the statements that you're making. Whether you're doing good and you're totally happy, or you're not doing good and you're not very happy. Depending on that, you might decide, wow, I've stumbled across some questions and some answers that could really help a bunch of people out. So I'm going to share it with the world in videos, blogs, whatever, conversation. And if you're not very happy, examine those questions and statements. And maybe you're making too many statements, not asking enough questions, and maybe the questions you are asking aren't unlocking the rich creative potential in your brain to go out there and think and search and look for answers. So there's some food for thought for you. And if you want to see more of my stuff, I gave it away earlier, TomBirkenmeyer.com. And if you want to see what I've been doing for over a decade now to solve those two examples, health, wellness, fitness, and then money, financial, time freedom, feel free to ask me about that. I'll show it to you, and it's your call if you see it as something that would be a good fit for you or not. And if it is a good fit, we'll lock arms and we'll do it. Because I've been doing it over 10 years. I love it. And I'll help you make more, and I'll help you make more money than me if that's something that you would like to do. The ultimate antithesis of a pyramid scam, because I understand at your job, I'm not bashing your job, the work that you do, noble. The job compensation is a pyramid scam nonsense. Because I understand at your job it's not possible to make more than your boss or your boss's boss. And it's not your boss's fault or your boss's boss's fault. They're victims of the same pyramid scam nonsense. But you can't do it. And that's the ultimate pyramid scam. You can't make more than the people above you. And so that's the pyramid scam. So I take great joy and pleasure, actually, being able to tell people you can make more than me. And I've made more than some people that got in before I did with the company that I've partnered with. That's awesome. When I remember back when I had a job well over a decade ago, I worked my ass off. I went above and beyond. I showed up every day. I got merit increases and this and that, but I was never going to make more than my boss or my boss's boss or the owner of the company. That's just the nature of the beast of a job. What a scandal. What a scam. But now I'm in an area where I can take that same effort, the wonderful work ethic I have, and I can outperform, out-earn people that got in before me. How wonderful and fair is that? And you can do the same. So if that excites you and turns you on, I look forward to hearing from you, okay? Bye for now, and feel free to share this. I'm sure you got all kinds of friends and family that also make statements and questions that maybe aren't serving them too well, and others around them, because it's not just about us, it's about people around us too. And maybe this could help them out. Who knows? So feel free to share it. I'll talk to you soon. For those of you that reach out to me, I'll see you real soon. Bye for now. Mwah.